Hey friends, hey family, it's another cold ass day in Omaha. It's 2 below zero here in Omaha this morning, and I just wanted to just really quickly share some thoughts before I get rolling on my work day. So they haven't announced the cause of death for Whitney Houston, but I've viewed a couple times the footage they have up of her supposed last performance where she sings "Jesus Loves Me." Um, she's tore up. I mean, I know from experience. I used to do that shit. Cocaine. She's tore up. Um, I'm certain that what we're going to find out from the toxicology autopsy is drug related. It would be nice if it wasn't, but it probably will be. And I just wanted to share a couple thoughts, not necessarily negative or positive. Just want to share some thoughts. Maybe you'll think they're negative, but these thoughts have to do with some of my disdain for the mainstream entertainment industry, because it's the main complaint that I have about um, bottom line capitalism, which is the bottom line is profit. Um, Whitney Houston may have destroyed her own life through drugs, but she was given the opportunity to do it through I'm just supposing this, I don't know this, but I'm supposing that through the wonderful opportunities that came her way as a result of making all that money in the entertainment industry. She made so much money she could do anything she wants. Maybe some of you folks that don't perform don't understand or create. There is a natural high. It's very bewildering, and it's really pretty overwhelming when it happens. That positive buzz that you get from a good performance or a good day where you get a lot of adulation. I can't even define it. Maybe it's the day when you hit the high C just right. It's those little things that are hard to put into words that artists and people experience from doing their art that creates this buzz that can literally be very hard to come down from. It it makes sense that drugs and alcohol are such an issue for people that are creative. Again, I'm just supposing this is the issue with Whitney, but I'm certain that it is. And what I wanted to say before I lose my complete train of thought is that the unfortunate thing about the record industry or the entertainment industry is that they are out looking for talent to sell, not to further enhance. The idea is to find talent that we can sell. Whitney Houston was a massive talent. What a voice. But the bottom line was that she, as has been said, Whitney was the voice. Arista was the house that Whitney Houston built. Clive Davis became extremely rich on her back. I mean, he had lots of others. He did. But Clive Davis definitely made lots of money off of Whitney Houston. What I'm trying to get to is this. Many artists over the decades have been sacrificial lambs to the industry because the bottom line is you have a talent that we can sell. We want to sell it. Whatever happens to you, well, that's up to you, which it always is anyway. But it's a shame that the people who have so much to gain from the artists, namely all that money and power, show so little concern for the actual artist. I know from working with people and working with addictions that you cannot save people from their addictions, and there is nothing that anyone else could have done if indeed Whitney died because of her addictions. All I'm saying is because she was such a money maker, I imagine people stayed out of her way and acquiesced to her because of her power, as opposed to maybe saying something to try to just kind of, hey, a little wake-up call. Hey, Whitney, hey, girl, I don't know how much more you can do this. I just want to say those things because, again, I'm just a peon when it comes to the the world of music and entertainment, but I have enough experience on a small level to know that this is what happens, and is likely the story behind Whitney. It brings to mind one record I want to show this morning, where I think it's the very same thing that happened to this person, and I wonder if you'll recognize them. I'm listening to it now because it's an early album by this artist. It's not too bad. It's not great, but you can hear where this person had the talent right away. The band is The Great White Cane. Anybody look closely? Who is that? It's Rick James. This is one of his first releases, commercial releases. The Great White Cane on the Lion label. I think it's a subsidiary of MGM Records. Now, is it just me? Isn't it obvious right there from the very beginning what's going on? The Great White Cane? Cocaine? Hello? What killed Rick James, among other things? Cocaine addiction? He's letting it be known right from the get-go. It's just a commentary I want to make, folks. Some of you folks probably think I'm full of shit. I think what I'm saying is a valid point, even if it's not true about Whitney, but it probably is. Her drug abuse led to her death. I'm so glad I put cocaine down. I will never put marijuana in the same league as smack, meth, cocaine, ice. Marijuana does not destroy lives like those other drugs do, including alcohol. Some of you folks won't agree with me, want to fight with me. But I'm living proof of it, okay? I had to put down all those drugs. I can still smoke some weed and function. I don't do it when I'm working and stuff. I just want to make a point, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who have no business doing any kinds of drugs, including marijuana. But to try to put marijuana in the same destructive class as cocaine and methamphetamine and alcohol and tobacco, forget it. Talk to some other idiot, because I know better. From life experience. I'm knowing from my own experience. It's a freaking shame about Whitney. Tonight's the Grammys. They have to reconfigure the Grammys so they can pay a tribute to her. You know, my understanding is that she was out there partying, getting ready for the Grammys. Partied a little too hard. Last thing I'll say is kudos to my friend Tom Ware, my friend from Omaha, who is up for a Grammy nomination for Record of the Year for working on Lady Gaga's album. Go Tom! Tom and his wife Terry, all expenses paid, trip out to the Grammys. They're going to be out there in the star-studded audience. I don't know if I'll be watching because tonight is the Omaha Entertainment Awards. I haven't decided if I'm going to go. Indreama has been nominated for Best New Funk, Soul, whatever band. We won't win because things are so political. I mean, I doubt that. I just can't imagine that we'll win. There's this band that everyone loves called Satchel Grande. They're good, but they're just so typical of that, what mainstream audiences can handle. I'm being a little bit put downy because, yeah, I get pissed off as an artist that you have to deal with the fact that so many people can't understand very much. You have to keep things really simple so they can, you know, just as someone who understands things on a more than that, it gets a little frustrating, you know, that the lowest common denominator has so much power to shape how things go, including the music and art, you know. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if I'm going to go to the Entertainment Awards here in Omaha or not. We've been nominated. Nick is out of town. He asked if I would represent the band. I don't know if I'll go. And even if I don't go, I don't know if I'll watch the Grammys because I used to watch them faithfully. And they just got terrible. I don't know how, 10, 15 years ago, it just got to the point where they were unbearable. So I don't know if I'm going to try to watch tonight to see if I can train spot my friend Tom and Terry in the audience. But I'm really happy and excited for Tom. I'm also sad for them in that the Whitney Houston tragedy, it is a tragedy on a level, has cast a pall over this celebration tonight. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But last point that I wanted to make, which got me on, was the whole idea of the entertainment industry being so focused on making money off of talent that they'll allow the talent to destroy themselves with the money and the riches that they get as a reward for their talent being in the industry. And I'm saying again, Great White Cane. This is Rick James. I think this is his first band to make a record, or one of the first bands he made a record with. Look at how obvious that is. It's a Great White Cane. He's talking about cocaine, people. Look at Rick. He's gone, people. And now Whitney's gone. Everybody's gonna go at some time, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just so sad that money and power has such a hold on mankind. We're capable of so much better, and I guess we'll never realize it because the buck stopped at the buck.